Go. We can hear audio. Sorry, y'all.
Boo Boo, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad to. Thank you. Welcome,
Thanks
chat.
for
Welcome, viewers. Welcome, friends and players. So excited for episode. I think we're at 111
Yep.
of The Forsaken. So exciting. All right, I got some music going here. Let me make sure that that's on repeat. Yeah, okay. All right, everything's good there. Everyone's nameplates are good. We can get started.
Push it. I don't want to hear it right now.
What?
Just kidding. So if it's not push it, I don't want to hear it right now.
Yeah, no.
Jonathan's got it stuck in my head.
All right, so everyone roll for inspiration, please. Roll a d20. And put in chat. Go ahead and put in your Zoom chat what you get.
Feel free to scroll up.
Oh, maybe I don't want to scroll. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I'm interested in the DM already. I'm in trouble.
Listen. All right, let me just pull up something really quick.
Thanks for my gloves, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are they fingerless? Are they cool like that?
Ooh.
I mean, he can make them fingerless.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
I feel like you need to let Tegan do that. Like, he's going to have more fun if you let him cut the fingers out of his gloves.
I gotta make sure to take my fingers out of the gloves, because I'm sure Tegan will prefer to try that with the glove with the hands in. I'm like, you would enjoy
that. Was
so
a
much.
throwback joke.
Details.
I wasn't even here for that.
Oh, hey, that's even worse than I thought.
It's okay. It was an annoying college student. It was fine.
All right,
Couldn't take a joke.
Oh,
1 second. I'm just.
This is a slow drink. Wow.
Wow. All right, I'm just kind of pulling up some things here. Don't mind me.
Don't do it.
Relax. Don't do it.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me take a look at the chat and see who gets inspiration. Oof, y'all rolled low. Okay, that is Tegan gets it because it was an 18.
Nice.
Tegan has inspiration this evening. You might need it. You never know. You never ever know. All right, let me get this set up somewhere in the Twitch chat. Hey, Barath, and anyone else watching? All right, so let me get into the recap from last week's episode 110. That is all right. So tensions running high. Our adventurers prepared to head to the surprise location that Nadrano had teased them about. Meanwhile, Zavar wanted to have a chat with Nadrano, his ancestor, about his past and the party's present. Leaving their talk with mixed feelings, Zavar and Nadrano joined the others to start on their day trip. On the way up, they noticed a small house further up the mountain, but then enter into a grove, which led them into a cave, and then to the surprise. A pit of black sand and some stone pillars marked with their ancestors' names and vials of their blood. Following instructions left by Arbane, they drop their own blood into the sand, revealing a hidden room. Inside, they find artifacts and items, all in guidance from their ancestors, and information, mostly provided by an interesting armless warforged. There we go. Now, since we'll go ahead and start with, y'all had been asking questions, again, kind of describing this room. It's kind of, I want to say like octagonal, but I think there are probably more sides. What do you, I don't know. But it's like a circle room, but there are different walls that have paintings on them and things hung on them. I don't know what that's called because, you can't blame me because I was raised in a holler. So there are different pictures of the ancestors hanging all around the room with different little shelves with items on them. Some of them y'all have already collected. There are some other little like trinkets and books around as well. In the center of the room is this large table with a bunch of other books and papers. Basically just a bunch of information. Coming up from the floor was kind of a container of sorts that out came Mickey, the Warforged, who said that they were an ancestor of Gimbal. And had some information. Y'all asked some questions to the Warforged, and they answered the best that they could. They did reveal that there are other Warforged in the world that they're kind of connected to, all in different places. They, let's see here, as well as answered some other questions. I know the rest of you kind of gathered your gifts and stuff as Christmas mug. I know the rest of you kind of gathered your items and things that were left for you. Dan wasn't here last week, so I'm just gonna say I didn't role play that out because, and I've already talked to Dan about this. I didn't role play that out because I wasn't sure exactly Kazil's response. So Kazil, as everyone else is kind of collecting their things and maybe even starting to question the Warforged, you're kind of glancing about the room, and you notice that they're under a portrait that looks very similar to you. There are some differences. Almost like what you would think of like a great, like an ancestor. Actually, probably with a little more likeness, even though Wilhelm looks a lot like you. It's kind of a combination of the both of you. The portrait hangs there, and on the shelf below, you see a couple of things. You see a journal of sorts that's leather bound. And on top of that journal, you find a velvet bag, a little leather velvet, a little velvet pouch, that seems to have something inside of it. You also see a gold box there as well.
Okay. I'll just, kind of quietly grab things and take a peek, just, to myself.
Okay. All right.
What's up?
I've already revealed to Dan what those things were and what was inside. Whose gloves are these?
We all get gloves.
We all get gloves now.
We're at the end of like the what is it, the Christmas gift giving thing?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The white elephant. Yeah, so you get those things, you're able to collect them. Everyone's kind of busy talking to Mickey and looking around for themselves. Yeah, I think that Rhaenyra picked up or you asked for a couple of books from Mickey, right? Mickey found a couple of books for you.
That detailed a lot of the history that we seem to be missing out on.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you make time to read those books, I'm gonna say that probably give me 1 second here. Okay, so I'd say that they both will take 4 hours each to read, to get most of the way through. Especially you've read a lot, so you probably I would assume Rhaenyra is a little bit of a speed reader. You remember when speed reading they used to advertise how to speed read in commercial? Anyways, that just unlocked something for me.
2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah.
Who reads?
Parkour reading.
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah. So they seem about that they'd be about 4 hours. Take about 4 hours to read.
Okay.
I have some of that information ready tonight. But yeah. Anyways.
I'll avoid reading tonight.
Okay, well, we have some for you, so if you do, it's fine. All right. So we ended last week because we got past 10 o'clock, or 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern time. We ended with everyone still kind of standing here by Mickey, talking. Just to remind you, Magdalene is here as well. Nadrano stayed outside and is standing in the area outside of the room. Mickey did mention that the room will stay there above the sand, but you can lock it, to keep it. But but did kind of recommend to maybe get someone or something to kind of like guard the room, even if the door is locked. So you see this armless warforged and this kind of pink, Stephanie, yellow and orange like cloak. These kind of bright sea blue, almost cerulean eyes. Is there anything else I can answer or information provide?
Just kind of look. Okay, Drew.
Or would you like to think and come back?
I imagine probably yes to that one. Did you say how many Warforged you had in your network, your communication that were out?
I believe there are 20 of us. I can maybe, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, or last week, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, it is difficult to pinpoint locations, but I can put where they are currently on your map, if you have one.
I think I know we have a map of Dim Glimt. I don't know if we have a map of Osbergen.
Yeah,
I know we've seen a map of Osbergen.
I know we have it as players. I don't know if we have
I would assume, since you're all from Osbergen, that you would probably have a map of some sort.
Okay. Turbo will pull out his map, because I believe his map is the one that also has he has a map of Dim Glimt that has the places of power on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll give. Oh, you don't have arms.
If you wouldn't mind setting it on this table over here, and I can tell you where to place the marks.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to say that I will give you a list later of where those are located. I didn't think about that before session. So I'll give you either a list or I'll give you a list of where those are located currently.
And then as Gerbil's doing that, he's gonna. These Warforged. Did you like make them, or?
I believe Arbane reached out to his contacts and had them connected to me magically.
So, can any Warforged become connected to you?
Yes. I believe
Gerbil.
that the first Warforged that was connected was here physically. So you have to have the Warforged. I mean, it would have to have another Warforged to connect with physically before it connect to everyone globally.
Gerbil gets up, goes outside the door. Hey,
Oh no,
Come here.
no! Don't listen to him. He
What?
Gerbo.
We were.
He's a it's a baby.
Baby.
It
but
can't. No, it doesn't know.
we need to figure out a way to communicate with Mickey. Is this not? Gerbil looks at everyone for.
Warforged just kind of looking
What-
between Junie and Gerbil.
What else are we going to do with it?
It can't agree to that yet. So I'm not just gonna connect it up to some network. It probably can't even explain what it finds. It's just
Well,
gonna
we
say
don't-
asleep.
I mean, we don't know that for sure. I
She's
mean,
gonna grab the Warforged hand and like turn it towards her and look up in the eyes. Do you know anything about a Warforged network? Anything at all? Does any of this make sense to you? Bringing back some memories.
Warforged.
Yes, that's you. Okay. All right. Network.
No.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we kind of keep. Let me message Kaylin. Because maybe she knows some way to boost it out of the state. I don't even think I can keep getting on with it. Just
Don't
like
listen to
this.
him. And she just pats him on the chest. Don't. He's still cranky. He didn't expect
Cranky.
to have another kid.
Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
Kazeel Cranky.
Cranky. Kazeel. Yes. Perfect. See, he's
Might
not
be
ready.
urged to leave
Gerbil.
the room.
what if this is the chance he needs?
Oh, now it's.
I'll
he.
I'll
Okay.
send Kaylin a message.
They need.
They.
Alright.
What?
Okay, maybe we can ask Galen if hooking this baby Warforged up to the network might speed along its memories. But I still disagree that it doesn't know what we're doing, so it can't say yes
Well,
yet.
Yes.
It didn't have a choice when you brought it back, or put
That
it in a
is-
different body.
That is true. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Come on, come. Let's go look at let's go look at a portrait of your of my. And let's go look at Thule. And she's gonna like take the Warforged over to my ancestors.
Take me to Thule.
Yeah. Yes. And she's just. They can figure it out.
And Juniper and the Warforged go into the room.
Gerbil just looks at him. Am I wrong?
Well,
Is that not a good plan? We need a way to contact with Mickey.
It would be very beneficial, especially to be hooked up to the network. Well, Junie has a good point too. That I'd like to see it understand, but maybe Kaylin, the Warforged that she wrote about and spoke about. That I met them. That's it. That I met was like a fully developed person. I think maybe there's some kickstart to so it can say yes. I'm gonna send her a message right now, and I'll just send Kaylin a message like, please advise help desk 1. Please
What are you-
advise. I'm having trouble.
What exactly are you saying in the message, Kazeel?
I'm gonna ask her if there's any I think I've described the situation, but if I haven't, I will. This Warforged has no operating system. It's operating on its BIOS or something right now. How do we it has a soul, so what's going on? It's a baby. How do we get it to a young adult so it can make decisions? I'm going to mention the network too. We want to give it a choice. We just want to get it to a point where it can decide whether or not to do that.
Experience would help.
We're leaving soon.
Oh well, you can't listen, Dan.
Listen, Kaylin, I need answers right now.
Dan, you can't respond back to a sending
I know.
message.
I know.
Experience for one.
Oh, I
If
can't.
you can teach it, finding out about its past would be another. Without knowing specifics, it shouldn't take long. That's it.
Okay. I'll look at the armless. What was the name of the one here?
Mickey?
Vicky?
Mickey. M-I-K-I.
Thank you. I have a question, Mickey. We have with us a Warforged, and it's lacking experience, as you can probably tell. Is there any way that you can teach it about its past and history and sort of how to function, so it can so they can decide themselves whether or not to join your network? Can you do that in like one of those input really quick, sort of ways?
I can... Connecting it to the network may help. If you are okay with leaving the Warforged with me for a bit, for a day or so, I might be able to catch it up and to teach it what it needs to know.
If you can do that offline, that would be lovely. I don't even think I've asked Junie, but I don't even think that would be a problem.
Sure. If you want to keep it here for a bit, maybe until you leave, would be enough time. Unless you plan to stay here for longer than I expect.
Probably not.
But I will try to teach it what I can in the time that you are here.
Thank you, Mickey.
Yes.
Does that feel all right? I think by then maybe it can decide.
Yeah, sure. I guess yeah.
Kaylin got back to me too. She said that's really it needs to be educated or just experience life itself. I don't even think we have time for that before we're leaving.
I mean, as long as it can, help kind of pull its own weight.
I'm, I wasn't even prepared for it to be a child, a baby. Bairn.
Well, sometimes, we don't ask for parenthood, but it's thrust upon us. Not that I would know.
Oh, it's a bonding moment for Gerbil and Casil.
Or
what?
would you?
No.
Oh.
I don't. What? Kids.
This is beautiful.
Me with kids. Oh, that's so silly.
Do we have any other questions? Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, Tegan's going to look at the map on the table and ask Mickey, do they have any information whether or not there's been any activity at any of these sites? And is it possible to have some of your network keep an eye on these sites to see if anybody starts entering or leaving these sites?
Do you mean the sites of power?
Yes.
Yes. I can let them know. I don't think that there might be one that is near one of those currently, but I can see if there are any in the area of these places to check them out for you.
That would be appreciated, because if they start activity, that's a sign that something is up.
We can definitely keep an eye out, yes. I think not currently any have been used or are being used currently, but I will check if that will help.
Thank you.
I type so terribly.
Trying not to judge.
Thank you. I wanted to slam it out before we lost our time to ask questions and get back to my notes.
You can always come back if you don't have anything right now. Think about it and discuss.
Are there really in the northeastern quadrant here of Dim Glimt? Are there really vampire mice?
Oh, such a good question.
There are rumors of vampires in a couple of places in Dinklint. I have heard a specific rumor of vampire mice, yes. You must be careful in that they will attack.
You wouldn't see them. See them gone. Oh, that's incredible. Do you know? So it's our understanding now that the Bugbear army up and disappeared. I think. And correct me if I'm wrong in that. But do you know what happened to them? Why? Well, they left, or did it all just disappear overnight, or did they retreat? Do you know anything about that?
I believe the mages are fighting them.
So they've just been fought off?
It's in very large numbers. That is concerning. But a few of them still remain, of course. But it seems the mages have taken an interest.
Oh, I see. Are you familiar with a creature here in Dim Glimt known as the Jewel? A winged, 4 red wings, flies, lives in Summer Shadow.
There is an entry of the jewel, but I
Do you know
don't
what
have
happened?
any information.
Oh, all right. All right.
Tegan's going to ask about the rifts appearing in both planes. Is this because of the activity trying to bring back the Great One? Or is it something else? And is it something else we need to keep an eye on?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question? I'm sorry, Tegan. Something about the plane, the rifts. What came after
The
that? I'm
rifts
sorry.
on each of the planes.
Okay.
Is it something is it something connected to them trying to bring back the Great One?
Yes.
And is it something that addressing it will help or hurt that effort?
Addressing what?
The rifts. Is there anything we can do about the rifts?
No.
Okay.
The land may heal once they stop happening, but it will take time. But I don't think, unless you have creatures that can move land, that you can close the rifts.
Okay.
But if you had a creature large enough, I suppose, it could be done.
Do you know what's actually causing the rifts? Is it just part of whatever they're doing to raise the Great One? Like a side effect of their spell work?
Yes. Mostly from below.
Right.
What goes into the Great One is coming to the
Jeez.
surface.
Out of character, did we see? I mean, both when we got close to those rifts. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we see something like huge and sort of red coming in and out of the
You
the
saw
rifts?
something. You saw something red. I do believe, and you all felt a lot of heat coming out of them.
Mhm.
I do believe at some point someone saw like cities or buildings in the rifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
think that there was anything like huge, not that I remember.
Okay,
I
that's
I
why I'm
think-
asking. Yeah.
I think we might have saw something moving, not in the rift, but in the crevice way
Crevice,
back
yeah.
with air when we went into the Erebus Empire and
Mm.
across that bridge. I think there was something moving down that, but I think that was the cavern that was always there. That wasn't a rift. So,
Mickey, do you think? Do you
Yes.
know anything about, or do you think you can calculate? Lad, do you still have that list of the omens and such, the list of things that was going to happen.
Yes, I do right here.
Oh, Mickey, could you look at that and tell us what are we on now? We're on like over halfway through that list, I think. Is there anything on there that you can tell us about? It's correlated, at the very least, correlated to a number of things that have happened on the plane.
This is the prophecy. Not your prophecy, but a different prophecy.
Ooh. Well, that's fun.
That originated here in Dimglimt.
I see.
That your DM is currently trying to find in her notes. Don't
Oh,
mind
nice.
me.
I
Okay, I
have it
found
up.
it. I found it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Lore keepers are here.
Nice.
Warforged. This was originally found on rumored to be found on a stone wall, a cavern. Long since buried, I believe, by one of the Mage Wars. Here in Dimglimt. Not too long after it was founded, a few hundred years ago.
After what was founded?
Dimglimt. The demi-plane that you are currently on. Gerbil.
I know. When you said founded, I was like thinking library. Sorry. That was Jonathan, not Gerbil.
That was Mickey, not Stephanie.
Oh no. My nose starts bleeding. What's real?
Nice.
It is hard to say. I obviously know about a few of these. It may be my estimation would be about that something is lost, something is found. Perhaps the stars will wake up as one ascends. But that's without me knowing all the details of your journey so far. I am pleased that this is coming into fruition and that it is of use. Did you find this in the demi-plane?
No, this was actually found in Fairweather. One of the people trying to bring back the Great One had it.
That is in Osbergen, correct?
Right.
Currently growing in power.
Okay.
Have you been back to Fairweather?
No, unfortunately.
Not for a week or so.
Wow.
Fairweather. Has changed recently.
It's now a crater.
In what way?
Most worship the Great One in the city now.
Well, we were subtlety, I suppose.
That's not good at all.
Not surprising. They were almost there to begin with.
Krishna Trentworth is there. In power. She uses time magic as well.
Is that that beautiful redhead?
I believe so.
Studied under Bethel. Alpin.
Junie's gonna come walk back in with the Warforged after they've been looking at the portrait. And she's hearing a bunch of names. I don't know Fairweather. I was too not close enough to the ocean for me, probably.
Yeah.
But usually she's just like leaning against the Warforged as she's talking. Usually that's what this sounds like, is a list of crewmates who have left, abandoned their captain, and they're what we will call a bad guy. And when our crew, when one of them deserted and we had to take care of them, we'd make this nice list, and then we'd find them all. Oh yeah, it was only maybe 2 of them. Whatever, we were a pretty good crew. And then we kill them.
Oh.
Do we have a list yet? Do we have a list
Killing
of all of our...
is against the law.
Oh,
But
Mickey.
Mickey
Well.
places Judy under arrest
Okay.
by law of the Northern Crown.
Nice.
Okay. Theoretically speaking,
sometimes
Terroristic
it's
threats.
sometimes necessary.
okay. All right, Warforged. That's news to me. Let's not do any background checks here. And it sounds like we have I don't have a list yet but I plan on making a list
That's a good idea.
of the people who are responsible for a lot of really bad things. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna. I need someone. She just sort of taps the Warforged a little. I'd ask you to write this down for us, but we'll get there. I will help you. You will learn all of these names, and
Junie on that front, and I'll just
Will
update
learn?
you.
You're not
on,
giving
like-
it the choice to learn?
Gerbil, do you need to be stabbed again?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll update Junie on
Yeah.
and I said that if we'll have to, it mean leave them here offline, not connected,
Okay.
until we're ready to leave, or so, whatever, a day or 2, whatever. And they might be able to get them, according to Kaylin, once they have that knowledge and understanding, might be able to interact in a non-infuriating way.
Like skipping the terrible 2s and okay. I don't ever want to have to deal with that again, so I would be happy
Wait,
to leave. I would be
again?
happy to leave this Warforged
Oh,
here offline. We get progressively louder.
mm,
Happy to leave
Wha-
this Warforged here, and figure out if we can, wake it up, bring back some memories.
let's hope.
And plus, I understand I didn't exactly ask before I ripped its heart out and brought it back to life. But listen, I'm a warlock. I know all about not having choices, and I didn't want to keep him there. So, let's do that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna work on a list.
Lists are good.
Just making sure.
They can be very helpful,
Lists are good. Yeah.
especially if you have anxiety.
This has
Just-
been a public
Just
service
around us.
announcement.
She just stares.
yeah, like,
The whole party just stops and stares.
Just making sure this is a list of people for you to kill, and we're not going to be on that list, right? Just-
She just looks at Gerbil, winks. And oh, you're right.
Tegan will remember that.
Yeah, Tegan disapproves slightly.
You're not going to say
Or-
that.
Approves. We don't
Tegan
know.
will remember this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No, Gerbil, I would never. No, this is a list for us, for all of us, just so we don't lose our way. Because I don't want to be just going to some tavern someday and someone that is on this list is sitting next to us and we forget. And then we leave. And it's 4 days later and we realize they're 400 miles in the wrong direction. So it's really just to keep our cards straight, okay? We gotta I'm tired of not knowing. And it's just better this way. Then we know, it helps us focus, right? Because I have trouble. Stop. Okay.
You hear a little laugh in your head, Junie.
Yeah, so it's really just better that we make a list, okay? And you all can help me, and we can ask Mickey, and then we can ask the Warforged when they grow up.
Perfect.
And
Well, I mean, we already have some names you can put on the list.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Well, I don't really have any more questions myself. Does anyone else have anything for Mickey? Oh,
Yes, Tegan.
Tegan is sort of like sorting around the room and stuff, and then turns back, and you know, I can't help but get the feeling that there's a lot of information that's going to help us, but unfortunately, it's locked away. It's locked away in Kazil's head. Is there? I mean, you had a relationship with Arbane.
Yes. Sort of.
Do you have
Not in that way.
Yeah, define.
any guidance for us on perhaps how to remove this curse that Bastille has placed upon him?
right, because what's in the drama center might be here. Hey,
If that's a way with you, Kazil, I don't know. Sometimes,
that
To lift
Donald said there might
the
be
curse?
something here. Hey,
yes.
There's nothing here to lift the curse. Most likely to lift the curse that Bastille placed on you would be to kill Bastille himself.
That's the great one.
That's a great one. Okay. Just at the top of the list. Great one.
Hey, won't you do
AKA
say
Bastille
good
Sim.
then? I need those memories to get to Bastille.
What
I-
a conundrum.
Mickey will
yeah,
step
hey.
up to you, Kazil, and kind of look you in the eyes.
Mhm.
It's good to see you, friend. You are different, but I see Arbane.
Well,
I hope I can help in getting the curse lifted.
thank you. It's good to see you too. Wish I knew you better. Seemed like a fine person to me.
I was usually working on Warforged, locked up alone. Of my own volition. Not forcefully, of course, if you don't remember. I stayed to myself mostly, and did what I liked to do. Little did I know that I would be trapped in one myself, but best not to dwell on the past.
I suppose.
Would you maybe like to take a walk outside?
I cannot leave this room, unfortunately. That way I stay connected to the knowledge here. Arbane made it so.
Oh,
But I've lived a life outside of this, and I am fine. I'm just happy to not be asleep anymore. And
Dude.
the Warforged that's beside Juniper will be like, asleep.
Asleep. Oh no.
And it will be nice to teach this one while you are out.
Mickey, if there was
Do-
one plate. Oh, go.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just gonna. Do you want us to bring anything from out there to you in here? Like,
I will consider
Maybe.
it. Right now, I believe I have everything that I need. I don't need to eat. I don't need to sleep.
do you want like a painting or something?
I have
to look at?
paintings.
A new one? Maybe like a landscape?
If you find any art, I would love to see some different art. I did like it when I was when I was myself.
We'll be on
I
the
would
lookout.
appreciate that.
Side quest pinned at the top. Boop.
And art for Mickey.
Right next to the sunflower quest.
Oh.
We'll get
No, she was in burlesque, so she's still alive. So
Mickey.
Maybe.
hopefully, she was old. I don't know.
Mickey, if there was any place, just let's say there was nothing else to do in the world, and you could be anywhere and experience anything right now, what would it be if it was outside of here? Is there a place from your memory or a place that you've never been that you've experienced through your network? Anywhere that you could be just for a wee bit?
I would like to meet my descendant, Gimbal.
On that topic, Gimbal is a gnome, and you are a warforged. How exactly does that work?
I'm so sorry.
He'll suddenly become a little bit quieter and kind of put his head down, bring it back up. Bastille put me in this body.
That is terribly unfortunate.
It is. But now I have knowledge more than I did before.
Oh. Sorry. I just, we found this one. He points at the other warforged. We found this one in a city that recently fell outside. That we were. There was other warforged bodies that were just not working. Do you want arms? Can we get you arms?
We do have the forge.
Perhaps when Gimbal shows up, he can certainly fix you up with new more powerful arms.
To have more powerful arms would be nice.
Well,
And once I know that you do not need the information here and me connected to it, maybe I can try to leave then. But I will stay here until then. But yes, arms would be nice, if that time does ever come.
I'm heading over to Tegan, and then I'm gonna. I imagine you'll be okay with this, but let me if not, Tegan. Then I'm gonna head over to the Warforged and hold up a little hand mirror with which we can communicate with Gimbal.
Does it work across planes?
Yes, DM.
Listen.
Actually,
Okay. All right.
Prop work.
I'm gonna just like hold the mirror part up to them. I don't want to break the internet by having an infinity mirror here, but
Sure. Did you did y'all have, I can't quite remember, did you have like a command word for it, or
I don't think we did. I think it was like Beauty and the Beast, just like, yo,
Okay.
Gimbal, what you doing?
Hey,
You up?
okay, all right,
Nice.
fine,
Oh, I see you're busy.
okay. We'll say that
Sorry.
you hold the mirror up, and you'll hear kind of like some clinking, some metal hitting metal, and be like, "Hey guys, what's? Oh, it's a Warforged."
It's your ancestor. They want to say hello. Their name's Mickey.
Mickey just kind of looks at you because Yellen looks at the mirror.
Probably could have let into
Gimbal?
that a little better.
That's Gimbal. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Gimbal. I'm sorry. I thought, Kazeel, I thought you said that was my ancestor.
It's a
Crazy.
hey, it's a long story. Hey, Gimbal.
Hey guys.
Pass the mirror
Yeah.
around everybody.
Oh, hi. Hi, you're in a weird room.
Turn it to landscape, because
Right?
What's all those things? Oh, okay.
Wow.
Not that I want to make you roleplay the whole thing. I just wanted to give them the connection.
sure.
You can if you want. You're
The
the
Mickey
boss,
will
but-
kind of like,
Everyone waves to
yes,
Gimbal.
I'm your ancestor. Mickey, Draco, I was placed in this body years ago. Well, that's really weird. But nice to meet you. Yeah. I the Warforged will look at you, Kazil, Mickey will. May I hold the mirror?
And you?
Oh wait, can't, can he? Thank you.
I wanted to give it
With
to him,
his
but I'm like, I
feet.
can't.
With his
I-
feet.
The
Oh,
mirror
that's
falls to the
impressive.
floor.
Could you put the mirror
It
on
breaks.
could you put the
Your
mirror
toes?
on a table? There's that big table in the middle of the room.
Sure, and I'll set it down on there.
I'm only doing that so that way he can like have a little bit of a conversation. And
Sure.
Maybe an unused lost cost.
And he'll kind of just, you'll hear him kind of say things awkwardly, and then after a couple minutes he'll like stand up. Did you need anything else from me for now?
Well, I guess now that you've been able to have that, I just wanted in this version of me to be able to do something for you. Now, if there was anything else second to seeing your descendant, what would it be? Anything in the world?
I guess just to see Osbergen again.
You can fake me on this, but if you want to, I can make that happen. Just for a few moments. I'm gonna put my
Okay.
hand up on her shoulder and see if they're okay with it.
Sure.
Okay. I cast Modify Memory, and I take this 10 minutes of their time this morning, and I modify it as though they were flying around Osbergen,
Oh.
being able to stop in wherever they wanted to within, I can only do 10 minutes of their time. Let it go. Oh, you saw it this morning.
Thank you.
You've done us a great service here and certainly served your time in this effort to make the world better. So, think of anything else, let me know.
Will do. May I use the mirror for a bit longer to talk to Gimbal?
Look around at everyone.
We haven't exactly been good at talking to Gimbal, so
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
think
so
that if we needed to talk to Gimbal, we could send him a message through other means.
I mean, I guess real quick we'd ask where are you at?
Oh, I'm in my workshop.
Are you still by Baron?
Oh, well, I'm in Zephyr. Yes, it's been a
Zephyr,
while
yeah,
since I've
yeah.
heard from you.
Yeah, sorry, lots of stuff happening.
Yeah.
This is Zavar. This is Judy.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Nice-
you remember
nice to see ya.
Magdalene? She was
hi.
with Ren for a bit.
Hey, Magdalene. Yeah, I remember Rin talking about you. Glad to see you're good.
Right. Okay, we're gonna leave you with your.
How are y'all doing? Everything's fine?
Relatively, right now we are fine. Yeah.
It's been really one existential crisis after another. But we're relatively good.
Okay. Well, next time, don't wait a couple weeks before you call.
It's so
Right, yeah.
hilarious.
Perhaps we'll come in and visit sometime soon. Do you have room for all of us?
We can make room, yeah.
That sounds splendid.
All right.
We'll be sure to give you an hour's notice.
Thank you. I guess.
5 minutes tops.
Okay.
Anxiety.
Give me back to Mickey. I wanna talk to this ancestor of mine.
Did we get scotch tape to put it on the wall?
Nice. Alright,
You can sit it down. I mean, by the table, on the table.
Yeah, I'll put it on the table.
Just kind of.
He's-
nod my way out.
He just bends over 90 degrees, looks over.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So y'all are leaving the room officially?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. As you step out, Nadrano is standing there. Well, we'll say that he's probably sitting down because it's been a bit. He'll stand up and kind of dust himself off. I take it that was informative?
Quite.
Good. I'm glad. I guess we'll head back. Magdalene will kind of Natrano, would you mind if we stopped by my my great grandmother's house on the way? Oh, sure. Yeah, I might go ahead. You know the way back. I might go ahead and go back to the settlement, and you can take the rest. Do you want the rest of these? Oh, she might enjoy meeting them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if y'all are amenable to that.
I mean, if it's not too far out of the way.
No.
Oh, we saw the house
Bit
coming
peckish.
in. So.
Oh, that house is your.
I'm sure
Grandmother?
Hauna. Yes, I'm sure Hauna will have some food.
Oh,
I don't want to.
sold.
I don't want to propose, but maybe.
Oh, Magdalene.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can take them back to Toronto. Okay. I'll see you back at the settlement then. Kind of nod and turn and probably think to himself, "Gosh, I wish they would have said something before, and I would have left earlier." But yeah, out we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, just follow me. And she'll start walking, and as you're like exiting this like large cave and into that grove again, and as you exit the grove, you can see the house kind of sitting off by its side. You can see the sunflowers like scattered here and there up on this mountain. She'll kind of like stop and like look to the rest of you, and so my great grandmother, she's nice. She's a bit of a loner, though. No, a bit of a loner, and and so if she's a little curt when we first meet her, don't hold it against her. She can be very nice. She's just not used to a lot of people, and this will be a lot of people. But I think that she'll really enjoy meeting you. So, okay, just follow me. And she'll lead you up to this kind of unassuming cottage that's a little worse for wear. Kind of go up to the door and give a little knock. You'll see a little kind of sliding piece on the wooden door kind of slide open. And hear a couple of steps inside the door, and two eyes look out with this kind of like furry patch of red hair. Oh, Magdalene. And friends. Oh, Magdalene kind of get on her tippy toes. Hey, great grandmother. I just I brought. These are the descendants of the torch. And you'll see her great grandmother kind of look over the group of you and slide it shut suddenly. And you'll hear a couple of steps and something sliding against stone inside. And then a couple of one click of a lock, another lock being undone, and another, and another. And then the door will suddenly open, almost like knocking one of you, you're able to step aside.
Just hits the warforged.
Well, and on the other side of the door, you'll see this. You'll see this gnome with kind of this bright reddish orange, tuft of hair that kind of curls around, almost like a halo of hair around. Has this brown leather coat on, and almost like a dagger just sitting at the waist. Not drawn, but just in a sheath. Well, come on. Come on in. I'll get you some tea, some water. Come on. Magdalene will, okay, and just kind of go right in. Nice to meet you. You're a tall group, you are.
Hey, oh.
Just kind of like look at each of you as you, does anyone not go inside? Okay.
I'll go inside, certainly.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go. Tegan will go.
Does Tegan let me go inside?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Junie.
As you're
Junie
going to
will
say,
go.
Tegan admires the dagger on Helena's.
I bet he does.
Woman after my own heart.
Yeah,
Oh.
Helena will kind of point at
That's why he
your.
doesn't like Zabar. Zabar uses his hands.
Mhm. And I'll probably point at your waist, Tegan, like see your weapons as well. Give you a nod. And yeah, everyone heads in. The inside is a little haphazard. There are little boxes everywhere. I knew it was going to go that way. There are little boxes everywhere. It's a little messy, but there are places to sit. A few of them are kind of, she'll kind of take a box and like turn it over and like slide it over for a chair for one of you. Take this like chair that has a broken back on it, but you can still sit down on it. Well, go ahead, take a seat. Magdalene, you want to help me in the kitchen? Get some tea, get some water for these folks? Yeah, okay. And we'll kind of head out. Be gone for a couple of, probably about 5 minutes. And we'll come back in. And we'll have like a little tray of like tea and everything that she'll kind of sit down on kind of this scuffed up coffee table of sorts. Yeah. Right, sit down herself. So you're the descendants, huh? Of the torch, along with my Magdalene here. Interesting bunch. How are things going? You got to the crown. You got how are things? I'm asking questions because I had heard about, I thought about this, and I thought, well, maybe someday, and here you are, without much pomp and circumstance, I must say. So how's it going?
We've been thoroughly beaten down, hence the lack of pomp and circumstance, I think. That and the city's fallen out. So we're wiped. We keep
Sure.
running into dead ends.
Sure.
Oh, it's we were chased here with lightning monsters and
Oh,
cities
scary.
falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
And we're just well, we're a bit hopeful. We got sort of some answers, sort of, but we're just a bit at a loss still.
Huh.
That's where I'm at, anyway.
Interesting. No plan.
We started on a list.
Lists are
We
good.
got some names.
What's the list of?
Names,
Oh.
people to take care of. Well, the thing is, the library, the people don't seem to leave. We can't even get in. If we were in there, everyone knows our faces. and one of the people snapped us away into a dungeon. And then they said drop cities, and it just...
Well, you know who to focus on first. The one that snapped you into a dungeon, you get them out of the way, and then no more snapping into dungeons.
We just can't even get to them. They're in the library. Anastasia.
Oh, the Estasia has transportation circles.
Oh, alright. So when we went, they were like, this is the only way in. And then we got warped there. Do you know about, secrety ways in?
I don't know of any secrety ways in, no.
Oh. If we go in there, they'll kill us. They know our faces.
Well, then don't be yourselves.
Point.
Shave.
You could shave, right? I don't think.
Hairless.
I think they would be caught off
Savage
guard by a
tall
hairless
goblin.
bugbear.
Aye.
Oh, a hairless bugbear. Oh, do you have anything else to drink?
Ah,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
no, I quit drinking a few years
Mhm.
ago.
You
Too
lost
much
some mind,
trouble to
Jennifer?
keep. Too
Oh,
much
yeah.
trouble to keep going out and buying up more alcohol, and Magdalene, hasn't been of age too long, so.
Um,
Oh boy.
Oh.
What?
Don't
Did it-
start bringing out the baby drawings.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Didn't oh no, party member's name. Nope. Sorry, Melissa's character.
Pixrin?
Pixrin.
She's here.
Mhm.
Thank you. Pixrin didn't one of her companions
What?
have didn't he get us into
You
Chelsea?
mean
yeah.
Yeah, then I think
Pixrin's expression darkens.
Oh, I'm gonna get kicked in the
yeah.
ribs.
He helped us in.
They helped us in, but they're gone.
Aye.
That
Yeah.
was when they were still trying to recruit us, though. That's why it was so easy for us to get in.
Right.
So we make a smaller list of people we could beat up and wait, that's not because they had some kind of necklace that got us in, maybe.
I think it also read his mind or something. But
All right.
what are you thinking about? Not so my concern is, well, I'm limited in my knowledge of spells, but the ones I do know, like if someone that's relatively smart takes a look a once over, they can tell it's fake and
Sure.
it's a city of wizards. So are you familiar with something? You have any thoughts? We'll take any help.
Get more
Thoughts?
spells, I guess.
Well, it won't help us if they're like, wait, this is an illusion. Oh, it's the founder, and then they call everyone and kill us.
You're right. I was just saying, you were saying that they'll kill you knowing
Oh.
who you are, and
I'm
I
sorry.
said be someone else.
That's fair.
Kazil,
Yeah.
do you think they would notice if I looked different? Do you think that's something that? Do you imagine that's something that they would be able to detect? Kazil or anyone?
Don't you know? I mean, you're the first
I mean,
folk of your type.
Well, there are abilities and spells that high level arcane users they would be able to even see me if I was invisible.
If you would give me some time, maybe over the next few days, I could come up with something.
Or at least perhaps Rhaenyra, you and I can explore and see if I do look different. If you can, my ability doesn't feel magical. It feels natural. I seriously wonder if it's something that might be
probably
of
would.
use.
Aye.
Is this something that y'all usually do? If someone tells you something, you focus and pinpoint on that one thing that they said?
It's a
That's how
terrible habit.
conversation
Yes.
usually goes. Okay.
Okay. All
Someone
right.
brings a topic and we discuss it.
Sure.
you
Maybe
see why we
discuss
were
it.
troubled about the
Maybe
props?
discuss it
Oh, I just
Right.
apologies.
Right.
It was a good tea.
Hmm.
Helena,
No.
you mentioned teleportation circles. You wouldn't happen to know the sequence for them, or someone who would know the sequence for them?
Oh, I mean, you'd have to find someone who had been there. And you would have to have a plan before you go inside. You can't just jump in
Plan.
there and decide to be okay.
Yeah, who would do that?
Plan.
That's where we're at. We just have no idea what needs to be done. Where to start, really, from here.
You got to think about it, right?
Oh,
Got to come with some
We need
plans of your
information.
own.
All right, we just don't have any information. to think
What
about.
information do you want, Kazil?
Oh, nothing in particular. I know better than to pinpoint on anything. I just.
No, I'm just saying. So, yes, disguises could work if you did it properly. But what you need to do is make a list of things that could possibly work
Ha! Ha ha!
and try a few of them.
Okay. Junie's adding something to her list.
Yes.
Do you happen to know yourself of anyone who has been to the Astasia and is familiar enough with the teleportation circles to give us that information?
Sure. I do.
If not, we can maybe poke around ourselves.
But you would have to know, you would have to show proof before I would tell you of anything, of a plan to get where you need to go. I mean, if you want to die right away, I can find someone to send you right in there. But
We'll
yes,
call that as the last plan. Plan B is
to answer
just
your
send us in there.
question, perhaps yes. I'm sure I could find someone who has been there. I mean, we've all. And I believe there's a teleportation circle in that little town. What is it? That's down below. I can't think of the name of it.
Barnscombe?
Yes, that's it.
Barnscombe.
Barnscombe.
Yeah.
Perhaps when we have a plan for challenging the library, which I don't believe is our first move, we hopefully shall come back to you.
Have you talked to anyone? Reached out to your friends?
Only one so far.
Okay. Is there a reason you haven't done any of that? Is it just time?
It's more that
we
don't want to say,
only
hey,
realized we should 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
We have a focusing problem.
Sure.
I think we also don't even know what to tell them. Like, hello, how are you? We could update them on what we've learned, but I don't even know if there's anything actionable to share with them. I think is where we're stuck a bit.
You want to kill some people? It's a good place to start.
We want to stop the library.
Yes.
But it sounds like that's a deadly option currently.
For the
That's
6
what
of
we
you,
don't do.
yes, it is a deadly option. If you had other people, or
Well, there's a large
found a
issue.
way to get them by them, not as a group,
Oh yeah.
but individually.
That's the tricky part. Because I guess we can ask. I don't even know who to ask about like their movements, because I think they're all in Astasia.
Yes, that's it.
Maybe we.
I mean,
Gotta draw
we
them
did-
out some way, maybe.
I mean, we did just kind of adopt / rescue a little the fairy person who just escaped
Fairy
there.
guy.
His name is Engit.
I mean, well,
A
I
god.
guess there's also Ingot, but I was thinking about the
He
fairy.
got- Okay.
There, I mean, technically Ingot. I mean,
So you do know people who have been inside.
yes, and I mean, I guess technically, I mean, there's also, we did leave some people there when we got zapped to the dungeon.
Oh.
Right.
We haven't-
I'll try and send another send in to him. I think that's a wee bit of the trouble. So they don't even really have to. I guess we can try and find a way to pull them out. But so far, if we do anything, they just send creatures after us or drop cities. They don't really say one-on-one. Here we are.
They haven't had a one-on-one conversation with you?
They did, but even that person just snapped their fingers and we were poof. We were slapped to a dungeon. They're so elevated above us that it's sort of a death sentence, or it feels like.
You need more power. You need to gain power and to attain powerful friends. You can help in some way.
I'm glad to hear that, but this is the crux of our problem:
Sure.
trust. We've been led down primrose paths by the library at first. That's how they got us to show up at Anastasia in the first place. And then once we've realized what they were up to, which leads me to an interesting question for you: where do you stand
Where do I stand where?
with a lot in this whole library bringing back the Great One?
Isn't it clear? I'm here. If I was with them, I would be there.
Okay, well,
You know, amongst my
we were-
people.
we were meeting with
Yes.
someone in the Northern Crown who had a change of heart.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
And someone here had a
Agnes.
change of heart too.
Agnes. Yes.
Woo.
Well, she did
Scary.
just went there.
Luckily, we were able to resolve that situation without having to dispatch of her.
Well, that's good to know. I would hate to lose Agnes. So you have no one in power that you can call on? No people that you visited in Osbergen, or...
I mean,
Yes, we do. We
we
have the
yeah.
the leader of the Aurelius Empire, which we haven't.
Oh,
been back
yes,
to.
I've heard. I think I've even met her before. Maybe.
I mean,
No. I think I've just heard of her.
We had two powerful mages, but unfortunately, I think they are no longer anywhere to be found.
oh,
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Zenfried, Zion,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
Cullum.
Oh, yes.
That's how
there's-
they set us upon the right path.
Have you checked
Initially.
their little, demi-plane place?
We've heard whispers of it, but we don't know quite.
No.
Where it is exactly.
Well, unless you have a direct... I mean, in addition to having a direct invitation, they have a little entrance off of the Mold Witch that
Yes.
you can get
we
to.
were just there. That's where the dungeon
Oh,
let us out.
yes, that's, yeah, something they built later after we left, apparently.
Is Magdalene back from making tea?
Oh, yeah, Magdalene came back with Helena.
Can I ask just a quick question?
Sure.
Magdalene, not that no, I absolutely would be opposed to another long ship ride out of here if we did need to get back. I guess I never asked if that was the only way to get to the Northern Crown, or to get out of here. Not that
Oh.
I'm thinking of leaving,
We have a transportation circle.
okay.
And-
That's
Northern Crown. They set it up after we had to move.
okay. That's good. I don't nothing.
I would certainly like to see that before we leave.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Well-
yeah.
I imagine that might be the way we do leave.
Mhm.
No, not really.
I'm not getting back on the
Right.
boat.
Not how they work. Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Well, I mean, we should look because it sounds like the library uses those too. And I don't know.
What
We're
do
gonna
you
have to
pref-
find a way in.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
I like the idea of speaking with our friends and allies. That just, I imagine updating them and saying we need your help, and then they ask us, "Great, we can help. What can we do?" And I just don't even think we have an answer to that. I don't even think we can say go charge the library, or they might have numbers and other things. I don't even want to put innocent life. I mean, with the library, they can sprinkle like Salt Bay, but City Bay. They just sprinkle cities down on people.
What?
It's It's a thing from Bern. I don't
city
know
we
what to
destroyed.
ask them, how they can help. What we can ask them for. Do you have
I
anything
mean-
with your experience that might be a good thing for us? What do we ask them? We can talk to them. I don't even know how to ask them to help.
Well, you have to
'Cause I
kill
don't
the
know what
P.
things.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Dan.
I don't know. Please.
Okay, well, I mean, if you're looking to take down the library, which I would hope that you are, you need to kill the people inside. Whether that's to draw them out individually as a group, you're not going to be able to take it. It's your best bet would be to try to get someone on the inside. I wish I could help you there. I do not.
Ooh. Like a mutant.
Most of the people that I've known have left, as you, along with myself. Nadrano, we don't want to be there, and if we were there, we'd probably be killed. So you have to. I would suggest if there's any way that you can find someone on the inside, that would be the best. But sometimes that's not possible. If you can't do that, then you need to find some way to either gather enough people to go at them together as a group. Just bring a bunch of mages, a bunch of people with power, and strategic know-how, which it seems like some of you lack, to the Estesa and just make your way through. I don't care what hibbly-jib they gave you. They are very powerful. Whoever, Bethel and the rest of them, they have some of the strongest mages there. But it doesn't mean that they have all of the mages who are powerful and strong. You bring a group there, and you can tackle it as a group, with force, with power. Bring about a fourth mage war, for all I care. But, or try to draw them out individually as the group that you are. That would take some tact. That would take some. I don't know. I am not a rogue. I don't speak in the rogue language. I am not aware of how to do things discreetly. Yes. You also have the time devices that I believe that they're also interested in, as those have gotten scattered. You also have yes.
Junie notes. No. Please.
You have the points of the points. I believe you've. Maybe you haven't mentioned them.
I was gonna ask that. The points of power.
Yes.
So they're empty.
Basically, coffins for mages.
Do you think that's in the weight of things? Do you think that would be important to eliminate first, or while we're setting other things up? Do you think they'll be that consequential if left alone?
Well, they're put there to draw power, Kazil. So, if they're not being used now, then they will be soon.
Do you know? I don't know. Forgive me, please. How much familiar you are with all of these items, important to business, but if we're looking to take those down, do you think that's as simple as explosives and that's it? Or is it more complicated than that? Is there anyone we should speak to that might know more about these places of power and how to break them down? Or do you know?
And the people that know about them are probably in the library. What I know about them is you could just probably, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're just places. Right now, just empty tombs.
Okay.
So my advice would be just to go in and blow it up. Make sure they can't be used.
All right.
It might not stop the library,
No,
but
no.
it will give you time, and it will keep them from gathering too much power at once, to where you don't want the Great One awake, or the library is still in power.
And that's
You're
something we
gonna-
can ask our allies to help with.
Sure, taking care of this place of power, yes, sure.
Aye.
There also, I believe, talk to Mickey.
Mhm.
Well, no, she wouldn't have talked to Mickey because it was buried. Never mind, that's a DM mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
I have heard that they're also, well, of course, the time devices, as I mentioned. You, of course, I'm sure, know where all those are and can go and find them. You don't. That's a no.
We know where
That's-
some
That's
of
it to
them
do. That's it
are.
to do.
You know, and she'll start getting up. When this whole thing came about and this prophecy, I was like, we should write a book. Give them instructions. No one listened to me. I'll be back. And she'll kind of like hobble after like, a person getting up and having to like reuse their legs for a bit. Hobble off into another room. Magdalene will kind of just like
Oh.
smile like,
I like her.
Oh, good. Good. She's pretty good I think that she was kind of the group's strategist, the torch strategist. So she remembers a lot and
Yeah.
has a lot of opinions.
Hmm.
Doesn't
Kazeel.
remind me of anyone.
Kazeel.
Aye.
What was that one lady's name in the library who was the jewel desert lady asked us to kill because it was her sister, but then didn't Adrenal say that he was hoping to sway her?
When I spoke with her, she was so much interested in the history of things and not really as attached to current things.
What was it? Zatira?
Zatera.
Zatera.
Zatara Water Star.
I mean,
head historian there.
Wow.
we can
But we had
could
a
ask
date.
Adrenal why
They
he
did.
thinks. We could ask Adrenal why he thinks, she was being swayed, and if
Just
so,
coming
she's
together.
our person still. I mean, she was there when we
Junie.
first met with Riesla.
Just my all notes go to Junie now.
Yeah. I'm putting them on my character sheet right now.
It's a great idea, Jabal. Yes. Because so I'm thinking of asking Inget as well. Like, is there anyone else on the inside that she's aware of that might have been flip floppy? And I can ask Inget as well about Satala.
Well, also, I mean, Inget's with us, but
Oh, she's here with us. She came up to the
No,
surface?
no.
no, I mean,
Oh,
like
okay.
in spirit, like
Gotcha.
she's on our side, but just because she has to. I mean, she worships the Great One. She's only here because she wants to not die.
Maybe not.
I mean, just because she has the hots
Perhaps.
for you doesn't mean she's changing her religion.
Listen.
She worships Kazeel now.
That's so silly.
And then you double Black the Fairy.
Oh god.
I mean, is Kazeel older than some actual gods? Who's to say?
Nice. Oh,
But
all right.
so I mean, there's
It's great.
there's that. I mean, we could also. I mean, isn't John's parents? Don't they run a kingdom just off the across the sea?
John. What?
Have you met John? You haven't met John. He
Who
helped us
has a
get
name
here.
like John?
John Cresswood.
It's such a
What?
strange name.
It's foreign, I know.
It's so foreign. John.
Well,
It sticks in your mouth like
Yeah,
toffee when you say
yeah.
it.
I had a cousin
John.
goblin named John.
What?
that strange?
No, it is strange. Yeah. What was the name of the dragon from the desert? The dragon who protects the library.
The one that hates us.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's-
never
they
did
wouldn't give me their
Step
name.
near its eggs again.
Okay, but we still got the name of the sister that you did. The
Mhm.
sister dragon. Okay.
Si-
well,
Oh, the sister.
Wait,
dragon?
sister dragon.
Oh, sorry. The one that lives there's the ancient watcher is a dragon that lives in Summer Shadow, south
Okay.
of Summer Shadow.
but
Well,
her
I don't think we have-
sister was the one that she wanted us to kill.
No, she
The
just wanted us to
sister
kill her
isn't a
normal
dragon?
sister.
There's a woman with 4 red wings.
Okay.
That's
one
the
we met in the
sister
desert.
of the head
That's
historian.
Jade. Yes, that's the Jade. Yes.
The jewel.
The
The
jewel.
jewel. The jewel. I'm
The
sorry, the
jewel.
jewel.
Wait. Nope, I lost it. Okay. It's
You were here
Uh,
for that one.
yeah. All I remember was Kazeel getting her
that's okay.
number.
Yeah. So that's Gia. The jewel is her name. She has 4 red wings. She flies
Okay.
over that area of the desert. Her
And-
sister is the lead historian at the
That's right.
library.
And
She's like,
she's-
kill her. And I was
Yeah.
like, how
She was
about
the
I
one with the
date her?
glasses, right?
Yes.
Wait, you dated her? We weren't
Well,
even
He
there.
went on a
Well,
he
that
went
was
on a
an
date.
idea.
He went on a date
We
with
weren't
her.
there 3 days.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, it doesn't need that long. Okay. So the jewel. Junie's now has glasses. She's still in gerbils and she's wearing them to take her notes. I don't know if he has glasses. But if he does,
That'd
she's
be
wearing them.
adorable. if Dribble did have glasses.
He should have
Dribbles just
glasses.
had like a little monocle this whole time, just on like
Yeah,
a little string.
Oh,
She's gonna
perfect.
reach up and she's taking her notes here. Okay, so the historian at the library is the one that might switch sides. Is that what I'm?
Yes, you
Okay.
got it.
I mean,
Yep.
that's what
Okay.
Nadrano was saying.
Okay.
And I
But
guess from
So
this is vague.
Nadranel might be. I'm sorry, Svar, cover your ears. So Nadranel might be willing to help us negotiate with the historian, if he knows her well.
Possibly, because he was hoping to turn her.
Okay,
And I'll
But-
ask Ingrid about her too.
but only if Svar gets to punch him first. Okay.
I mean,
All right, I'm
But-
trying. My handwriting's
I
terrible.
mean, if we need help, finding, certain people that we don't know where currently they are, that like allies we know of, we know their vicinity, but not where. I mean,
Okay.
Jibber will pull out a sentence and we do technically have a private investigator on our call.
Tredea?
Yeah.
Why do I remember that name and no others?
We know why you remember that name. Jimmy. There's also, was it Javaca and Lisa Deer and all. I mean, we have that list. The people who were on the Torchlight committee that we hadn't actually known they were Torchlight when we met them. Because we found out they were Torchlight after the fact. We have that list, right, Renarius?
Indeed, in my own time, I've been trying to verify that the various people on that list are alive. I've had some successes and some failures.
Yeah, and then, I mean, there's also what's his name? The guy in the ghost house.
Oh,
Leighton. Yeah.
Leighton. He knew a lot about this place before we did. I
really hope Granny's just snacking and watching us talk about this.
we could also, we haven't talked to Wineta in a long time.
Oh no, Gerbils, this list is getting too long. I'm gonna run out of ink. I only just the library. Just the You can keep a list of your friends. I just want the people we're supposed to not.
You don't have to be making a list of the allies. You're making the list to kill. Hey, please don't tell me you've been putting our allies on the kill list.
Oh no. Do you have another piece of parchment?
Nice.
Here's
She's
some
just
white out.
rubbing it off on her.
The
Just Gerbil just drew across a big leaf.
Yeah. She just got hearts
Like an
around
elephant,
Judea's
really.
name and then it's scratched out. She's all confused.
as
You
y'all
wrote Judea's name on the kill list?
I told you I
as y'all continue, a couple of you're kind of startled as a couple of maps are kind of like slapped down on that table, kind of in between all the chairs, in the middle of all the chairs. Well, there you go. And you look at it, and there are several dots on this map. There's a map of Osbergen as well as Dimglund. And that's where we'll take our bio break. So, for those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. I'm gonna roll this fancy bean footage. It's not a beans, it's of the Be Right Back, but there are extra things inside the Be Right Back countdown
Roll
that
bean footage.
you might find fascinating. All right, gonna roll that in 3, 2,
see it.
1.
One.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mics are hot.
What's fascinating.
Okay.
The new stuff.
So we
is
could
about
talk over the
7
cool new
minutes from
stuff.
now.
Yeah.
That's
Over the new stuff. Okay, I gotta.
I don't see the thing.
I mean,
it's not.
Mason,
It's
did you
doing
put
a
the picture
countdown.
in there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing a
I
countdown.
I see a sandwich.
That's
I don't
not.
see a sandwich.
I see a countdown.
It's a nice.
I didn't realize how tall Renaria is.
Is there's sound? Is there sound on the countdown part, Dan?
I mean, it should start
Okay.
right off the bat. I mean, I
Okay.
see over here,
I
I
hear
see the
us,
countdown
so-
and the Forsaken, but the things you're talking about play like the first one starts a minute and a half in.
But it doesn't play any
Oh.
music during the countdown.
It should play music as well, so it might be pulling the old one from the cache file,
Aw.
maybe.
No,
and not
it's
the new one.
No, that's
playing the new
because there's a new
one.
picture. Yeah, there's a
Oh.
new
Well, I
picture.
made 2 new ones. I made a new one and then I updated.
Oh, it's us.
I
it
took-
yesterday.
I took the
Wow.
one. I just
Aw.
downloaded it from the thing today. Just like before game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a quick look because I'm right here, and it's worth it.
It is.
I mean, if everyone else is doing their stuff, please don't feel like anyone needs to stay for.
We want to know it's working. We want to see that
Oh,
beautiful
See what happens at the,
footage.
the
It's
8:30,
beautiful.
8:29 mark. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice work.
Wait, you're at the
Yeah.
8:29 mark. I'm only at
No,
8:30.
when we get there. When we get there.
Oh,
Yeah, 8:34.
So- Yeah, no, Steph, the one that's in
Thirty.
there isn't the right one for
39.
some reason, even though I
Nope.
uploaded it. So.
Dan, I'm
Aw.
kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't know what's going
I'm
on.
kidding.
But I'm uploading it
Hype.
immediately.
Yeah.
And it's almost done
Oh, I forgot to
uploading.
hit send.
We just get to take a second break. That's all.
what is that?
Mhm. A
does that
12-minute
mean?
break. I mean, let's be real. We were
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were
gonna
gonna.
be
We're,
taking a 12-minute break.
exactly. All right. Hold on to those watching. We'll have another one here that will have the special stuff in it. Is that one done loading,
Special
Dan?
sauce.
It's about 10
Special
seconds left.
sauce.
It's in the stream assets and then the Forsaken. 2 seconds, 1 second uploaded. And
Okay.
it's just called the Forsaken BRB. So worth it.
Verb.
Okay. Oh. Mhm.
Yeah.
Now that everybody's quiet, I can hear the music.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, because you're hearing my music, my game music, not the music that belongs on there. Let me see here. I'm just trying to get it into the right
Huh?
folder before I forget. Forsaken,
So dope.
new layout stuff,
Ooh,
downloads.
push it real good. That's what's on.
Okay, bathroom break.
All right, let me delete this one. Delete that one.
Thank you, Twinkie. Another hydrate here.
Oh, because it's
You can't see
open.
us.
Okay. All right. Well, let me take this one off then and add the other one. There we go.
Nice.
All right, let me turn off my music. There we go.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, I should have music playing now.
Yeah, it does.
I hope it's not too loud. I cut the volume down.
And I have
No.
I have it turned down to green. It shouldn't be peaking too much. Thank you, Dan. Lily, say hi to Lily, please. Lily. Me? What? Wait. I said that, not Lily. I said hi. Dan! Daniel Marie. Daniel Christopher Sullivan.
Wait, he thought that you said
Daniel, you can hear me too. Oh my god. That's it. Kazil's kicked off the team.
the thing's changed.
I know, it's supposed to.
Everywhere is-
You got this.
I like it.
she's upstairs.
Oh, okay. Alright, we're here. And I think there's another one. If we just missed, I think we just did the march, so we're probably went by.
Yeah.
But the new one.
Yeah, I saw the random young
Soonish.
people and was very confused.
Nice. Get off of my lawn. One more.
What do you think this is, a CW show?
What is this? Oh, cute. What? Yes.
You could have just completely thrown Steph under the bus and said, didn't say tattoo on the arm.
Oh, what? She wants to pay.
said, and Lily said, "What the hell are you doing walking around that face?"
No. I was telling Lily that you said that, so that's.
Hey Dan, tell Lily Jonathan said hi.
I miss you too, Steph.
We got this. We're fine. Okay. We'll go back live in 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for the raid.
Mm-hmm.
So glad to have you. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate you. So,
Maps.
2 maps are
Oh, yeah.
slapped down to the table in front of you. Or kind of like in between all your chairs. Here they are. And it's 2 maps, one of Osbergen and one of Dimglimt. And there is little places marked. Right there, this is a magical map that we put together whenever whenever those were created. So you can tell that the maps are kind of a little older, a little bit more worn. Let me get my music started back up. Frayed edges have a bit of wear and tear to them. And the place is marked. Does everyone look at them? Can I glance?
Yeah.
Glance them
Mhm.
over.
Yes.
Let me
Oh,
see. I will put this in chat. But there was one. Okay, so let me go through see if I can. There's 10 dots total. I'll go ahead and say that. For Osbergen, there is 1 dot in Trindelag. 1 in Fairweather. 1 actually. She wouldn't have that. Would it show up? Okay, so actually there's only 9 dots. And she'll say there are 9 dots on the maps there. 10 of them were made. I don't know where the 10th one is, unfortunately. So that would be something that you'll have to figure out. It was on the Osbergen map, I think, or in one of them, but it seems that it's moved since the last time I looked at it. Strange. There's 1 over top of Bairn.
Not anymore.
Well, it's Bairn's still marked on the map, and there's 1 there. 1 in Relesk. And 1 in Bornheim. If you're meaning to be heard, Cosile, your mic's muted, but I wasn't sure.
Sorry,
In the Dimglimt map, there is 1 marked. Actually, there would be 2.
She's saying these are places of power.
No, these are where the
these
time
are the
devices
devices.
are.
Oh, damn!
The places of power where those was
Yeah,
the
the
triangle. We already knew
That's
where
why I
those
was
were.
like, "What's
Yeah.
this? I don't get it."
2.
Welcome,
1.
Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders. Thank you.
Oh, Knights of
2 is on the. There are 2, kind of side by side on the Estesa in the Dimglimt map. And let's see here. Oh, there is 1 here in the Northern Crown, which you know y'all have 1. And 1 east of the altar on a place that I don't think is marked on the map as any place in specific. Let me take a look.
You knew about that one.
Yeah, it's in between, and I'll put on here. East of the altar. dot in between the altar and the summer shadow on the map. And then I'll just put on here unknown 1. The only thing I can think of for the unknown 1 is because they're kind of magically protected, so it shouldn't be able to be destroyed. Or at least not by, well, I mean, I guess there are ways, but most people don't. Anyways, we'll tackle that later. The only thing I can think of is that they're on a different plane. Possibility, there are lots of planes in existence. Possibilities right up there.
So these maps are showing more or less a live location of
Yes.
where they are.
Correct. Yeah.
Does it happen to be tracking the one that our group may or may not have created?
I'm sorry.
We had a mishap, and we thought we were creating a replica of one of these time devices, and it seems like we may have made
A really good one.
Yes.
Who created this time device?
I think it was Gimbal and Pixman over here.
Yeah, we kind of work together.
We
I
were
see.
given an instruction by Wilhelm. If that makes any more sense.
Who's Wilhelm?
One of his.
Oh,
Points to
not children, apparently. I mean, from my prior age, it would seem as I don't even remember them. So how are they that old? Well, I don't even know.
Doesn't surprise me.
They must have jumped through time themselves.
Well, no, it is not. It is not tracking any of these created ones that you have. Is there just one, or do we have to worry about more?
It seems like we only made one, but
Good.
that begs the question: if we happen to accidentally make some sort of time device, could it be possible that there are other groups out there, maybe even the library themselves, that could produce such a thing?
I suppose it shouldn't have been possible to begin with. So maybe it's because you're the descendants. It was allowed. It was to happen. I'm not sure what deal with what god you struck, but it worked. Just I wouldn't do it too many times, especially if you wind up losing all of them.
Who created them in the first place? Was it the Torch themselves? Is that why we?
Part of us, yes. Mickey worked on them. I helped as well, which is why I have these. Column, Bastille, Arbane.
Did I? Maybe I missed something. But what did they use these for?
Well, I mean, together they can change time quite rapidly.
I feel like that's something that you all might have experienced before. Is that? I feel like that was before Savar and I got here. But have you ever used a time device? Any of us? I mean,
We've never-
sure.
We've never used one,
Oh,
but we have
not that I
experienced
remember.
the ripple that happens when someone
Yeah,
uses
it's always
it.
a bit fuzzy if we remember that ripple or we don't.
Okay. So we don't
But-
really know how they're used or how to use them, but it's better that we have them than the library. Is that the idea?
Yes.
They're not even necessarily time devices. I think they
They
usher forth
change-
your
change
deepest
reality.
wish.
Yep.
Right. And it's not like the one you're thinking of the most. It's just what's deep in your heart, and that's Daisy.
Oh yeah.
Separated, yes. Together, they're able to take us back as possibly as far as we want to go. We created them as a failsafe. If something went wrong, if things didn't turn in our direction or didn't turn the way that we wanted to for the revolution that we so desperately wanted at that time, then we could use them and take us back.
So, have they ever actually been used together in that way before?
No. No, we were saving them. And then things got a little dicey with people leaving the library, and that's when they were all lost. Trusts were broken, and they were scattered to the wind, unfortunately. Which is great, because we put so much. We didn't work hard at all on them. They were so easy to create, and yes. She seems a little salty.
Sarcasm full on
Just a
full.
little.
We have been told that Bethel, and I don't know if you're aware, someone named Varys are starting to studying time magic
Yes.
intensely.
I knew about Bethel. Varys, is that Thera's boy?
Yes.
Yes. I had heard rumors and talk that
Could
he
it be
was
they're looking to make more? If they can't
possibly,
find
or
the
they're
originals?
using the ones that they have for their own to kind of harness their time powers.
Ah.
That's possible. I mean, I don't really. Unfortunately, this map doesn't tell me who has what, but one of these could be. Varys, as they call him. Yes. I know that, yeah. I wish I'd put a direction with that, but I would only assume that it's going to help them work with their powers if they're dealing with time magic, yes. Yes.
Thank you for these. I mean, do you want us to keep these maps here? For
Yes,
safekeeping?
I would assume that would be the best.
Yes.
Knowing
we don't,
us,
we don't
yes.
we don't want we don't want these maps.
As much as I would
Yeah.
love to send these with you and not have the responsibility hanging over my head, I fear that wouldn't be the best decision.
If it would fall
No,
into the
you're-
wrong
you-
hands, it's game over.
Yes.
You are
Right.
much wiser than us.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, are you familiar with a member of the Torchlight Committee named John? And I'll kind of describe John in our interactions. He had previously one of the time devices, and we've had so many trust issues. Now that I know how important they are, I worry. Is John
I can't say
Yeah,
I
I'll
do.
say
You
them.
could ask Nadrano. I mean, I basically stay up here. I don't really
It,
congregate
I
that
don't
much.
blame ya.
So if he's came over to the Northern Crown at all, I don't know. Nadrano might
Thank
know more.
I'll ask him. Thank you.
we spent a lot of time with John, and you question his motives now.
Oh,
John, I can't
mean,
do it every time I have a thought.
Well, no, I'm just
Hey!
isn't Lyric on the Torchlight list?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
John
thought
is as
he-
well.
he's-
I
Probably
believe.
fine.
and the
I
one
just
he
thought I'd
has
ask.
isn't it this one right here in Trindlog where he lives? Isn't that his? The one
hmm.
One
he
would
has?
think. Yeah, that
Well, I mean,
that would account for one, but and that's just an assumption.
Fine.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, we know, we heard rumors about the one over here by the altar. Like, we heard the rumor that there might be one in Borna. Like, this is just confirming what some of our suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the caution, but if we need to get allies now, then we're taking steps backwards. If the ones we do already trust, we're gonna stop trusting.
I'm not saying don't trust him. I'm saying ask a second person if they know him. Someone that's all. It's not going to affect anyone. I'm just going to ask the journal, do you know this person? Hopefully we like, aye. But if he doesn't even know him, I'm not going to distrust him.
I mean,
We just have another information source here. If we can verify him, why not verify?
I mean, we only verified each other recently. You don't know anyone who knew me before I knew you guys.
Oh.
That's-
We don't ask those kind of
So,
questions here.
Exactly.
Some of us don't want to share that kind of information with
See?
the rest of you.
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying we're all we have right now.
Well, I've traveled with all of you. I trust all of you with my life.
Fly.
Plural.
Do we need more tea?
Sorry.
Oh.
More water? So let me just step in here. First off, before the group of you, go out and start this, I would work on your inter-party communication skills.
I can make us telepathic from time to time.
Right. You're Bastille's descendant, right?
I guess so. That may be an unfortunate circumstance, but yes.
You seem okay. But I would, as a person who came from a group who also had their own communication issues, I wouldn't advise it. So, I would work on this before you bring other people in. But also, on the flip side of that, it is okay to, as a person who came from a group that fell apart, for the most part, it's okay to question others that you bring in. And to get second opinions. You're just being cautious. This is a big thing that you're about to step into. And I think you should get your shit together.
Have you any recommendations for counsel or therapists or something?
You might be able to find some therapists down in the settlement. They're a touchy-feely group sometimes. I believe Hashana, I think that she deals with some kind of metaphysical
We've already
talking.
put through enough.
Uh,
Spend the night crying.
so, I mean, that could be someone to talk to, yes.
One of our,
Yes.
at least one of my biggest concerns is it has seemed that the library has always been one step ahead and has known of our activities before. Is there something other than just the nature of magic scrying? Is there something else that is letting them know what we're up to?
Well, you're on Dim Glint. First
Well,
off.
this is why we are even in Osbergen.
What are you talking about in Osbergen? What were they doing in Osbergen to you?
For example, we were heading to see this Cullum fellow to help us with Zenfried, and Varys apparently was there before us.
To be fair, by that point we had been given some questionable items by Aurelius, and that may be why they were able to see what our actions were.
Yeah. We still have the keys. Then.
Also, if what you're saying about Varys, Ferris one, is true. It doesn't mean that he was watching you. He could have just been one step ahead of you. Just moving and making the decisions before you did. Not saying that it's not a possibility, but a big part of them seeing you now, well, except here on this blessed island, is that it's their playground. The mages built this for mages. So don't be surprised when mages get upset that you're upsetting them. I would say that if you've already drawn their attention, which it sounds like you have, that you're going to have a hard time traveling around in Glimt. Speaking of which, hold on a second, I'll be right back. And she'll be gone for a couple minutes. You'll hear some rustling in another room, her dropping something. Oh shit. You need any help? Okay, grandmother? Nope, I'm fine. Come back out with a big velvet bag and just kind of plop it on the table, and you'll hear some like clinking inside as it hits the wood. You can have those. I made a lot of them back in the day, and we don't need them now because we're here, and I don't plan on going anywhere. So there you go. And if you look in the bag, there is it's about 30 small, like, glass spheres with crystals mixed with black sand inside. These will, in about a 60-foot radius of these, right here, will should keep you hidden. I haven't used them in a while, or tested them in a while. But at least from the library's ever watchful gaze, it should be okay. Feel free to give them to your friends. I'm not saying that they won't still come after you. They don't need to have eyes in the sky or to have scrying to be able to find out where you are. But it takes away one obvious deterrent. Now, one thing is that once you get close to their place of power, like the library is what I'm talking about, they might not work. But outside of that, it should help deter.
Is there
Thank you very much.
anything we need to do to make them work?
Just have them on your person.
Okay.
I mean, I can give you some magic words if it make you feel better.
So these
thank-
are-
To make you feel like it's working. Hibbity jibbity? How's that? Please, take them. I don't have any use for them now, and if I can't help you out in some way, then what? Well, it'd be sad. But I'd get over it.
Are these all depleted after use, or as long as we have them on our person, we are protected from their gains?
As I said, it should protect you for the most part. There are still ways that they can find you, but it'll keep they're always watching off your back, hopefully.
Good.
But not from those necklaces.
What necklaces?
The I the one out of character did. Oh, names.
Jocelyn?
Yeah, Jocelyn told Pixaron about the necklace, right? And what it was doing.
Yeah, but the only
Yeah,
people that
that's
had
what-
those were library people.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
how the library keeps their own people in check.
Yeah.
Okay. And those don't watch, like, they just watch their own people. It's not like a creepy scrying eye on a chain, right?
Oh no, and you don't. Well, I mean, you don't
I think
necessarily.
anything can be.
You
scribed
don't
on.
really know, but the way that Pixaron would have explained it, that Jocelyn explained it to her, was that
Mhm.
it was there to kind of watch him and to also hear his thoughts.
I'm just trying to discern if these were designed at the same time as those necklaces. Like historically, if Granny was around when.
You'd have to
Wh-
ask.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, this is going to be crazy. I think he's going to pull out one of the gold coin and the gold torch just to show it to Helena. Just say, we were given these, and
Helena. Helna.
Helena. Okay, corrected.
Yes. Pulling them out and
These have-
saying,
These have any special use, or there's just something given to us by the person who first contacted us, Aurelius,
"Oh,
when he sort of
Aurelius."
disappeared, yes, and sort of abdicated his role as the leader of the Torchlight Committee and
Oh.
thrust it upon us.
This coin is just to show that you're part of the Torchlight Committee.
Okay, so no, okay.
The torch. I have no idea. I could take a look at it and study it a bit, but it would take a little bit of time.
I wonder, and I'll pat the inside of my vest, reach it, and pull out that compass I got from under Wilhelm's bed. Do you know what this does? I'll put it down on the table for her to inspect.
Well, that's, that was Arbane's.
Cool. But I don't think it points north, does it? Just DM question.
No, I think it was broken, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, I think the face was broken. Okay, so it's just a broken compass.
I mean, I'm not going to. If you could Again, I would need to kind of study it a bit. I can't tell just by
I can
looking
do
at it.
that. It's alright. I can. Thank you though.
Okay.
I'll take it back.
Okay.
The does with Gerbil just glancing at that compass, does that compass bear any resemblance to the compass that magically appeared in his bag that pointed into the crown?
I'll kind of pause it if I see you looking, so you can.
I mean, other than it being another compass, no.
Okay.
No, you both have compasses. That's quaint.
Oh, Gerbil wouldn't have said anything about the compass. He was just looking.
Okay. Well, so, what's your plan?
I think we have plenty to do here. Ginny's got the notes, people to speak with, break down the places of power.
Mm.
Plan number one
plan
is to get
pieces.
our shit together.
Yes, that would be my suggestion. Yes.
Yes.
Shit's always better when it's together.
Once
that
again,
on-
your wise words astound me.
Is that on a
That-
pillow here? sir?
Yes.
That's gotta go on a Mad Bird t-shirt.
Put that on the back of the shirt that says I have a bugbear.
Just remember,
Hmm.
the library are just mages. Right? Powerful. Yes. Scary. Of course. Undefeatable? No. I would definitely, I've given you a lot of suggestions in the past few minutes. But I would say that you should probably focus on the library before the Great One. Take the library out first. Otherwise, if you go to the Great One first, they will be on your backs. And not in a good way.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time and the
course.
tea
Yes.
and the insight.
Yes.
Hospitality.
Of
Okay.
course. I would offer you food, but I don't want to. They have plenty of food down at the settlement, so be glad to feed you down there, I'm sure. Is there anything else that I'll be here. I don't know how long you'll be hubbing about with Nadrano and all the idiots down there, but
When it comes time
yes.
for us to challenge the library, would you be of aid to us?
Sure.
That was easy.
Yeah. See how easy it can be to ask for help.
Hey, start a new list. First name.
I need another piece of parchment.
I feel there are some good ideas in this group. And don't let the prophecy scare you.
Get up and start walking to the door.
What?
Well, she sounded like she's excusing us, and she's sort of an asshole. So I'm like, thank you, and I'm just gonna get up and go to the door.
Oh,
Feel condition, but
But I'll
not
wait.
well,
Yeah.
definitely
Well-
hasn't changed.
Well, actually, Tegan has one last question.
Yes, Tegan.
I'll have her.
We have been corrected once that we saw Akkadi on the prophecy. We thought foolishly that it was a volcano, but we were
Yes,
informed
foolish.
it's actually it was a deity. It was the god of air.
Yes.
What is their role in this, and why are they part of the prophecy? If you know.
I don't.
Okay. Good enough.
Maybe seek out a spiritual leader who knows about gods and deities. I'd see no time in it.
Understood. Thank you. No harm in asking.
May their wind blow great.
Well, sometimes you never know.
Are you wait. Prophecy. Are you saying that you're following the prophecy?
Well, in as much as it would have clues as to.
Cuddy. You're talking about the prophecy that was found here in Dim Glint, right?
Actually, we
Oh,
found
yeah.
this list of prophecies in Fairweather.
Oh, it originated here.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
we
as you said,
found that out. Yeah.
carved in a wall somewhere. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mickey told us that.
Mickey, as we say, Mickey said that, not
Yeah.
she.
We haven't asked her
okay.
about it yet.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, it was here, surprisingly, well, the rumor says, whenever this place was founded. That's what got everyone talking about the Great One.
Oh.
It was a prophecy before.
Mhm.
And then Bastille got it into his head and became it. Simple as that.
Lovely.
Well,
Somebody
it
holding the
seems
door open.
y'all are ready to go. If you need anything else, feel free to come by, I guess. Maybe bring Magdalene with you, so at least I have a pleasant face to look at.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Time
Okay.
to go.
Magdalene will give her a big hug, and she'll be like, and you'll actually see her like hug Magdalene tightly.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, dear. Yes, I'll come by tomorrow. You do. And she'll go up to the kitchen, and Magdalene will go out the door and close it. All right, we ready? Go back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Head back.
Magdalene.
She
Yes.
left the room already, right?
Yes.
I'm
Where-
just
I
gonna
think we
shout like into her direction of that door or whatever. That thank you for your time.
Yeah, you hear nothing back. In fact, you probably hear the locks locking.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Magdalene's just walking happily, picking flower as y'all walk.
I have a new role model.
nice.
Turbo wants to be a cranky old grandma.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that definitely helps us sort, what we're looking to do. Do you all want to? I'm eager to get things in motion, but if you're looking for what time of day is it?
Oh,
Is
by
it
this time, y'all
midday?
left in the morning, so probably like in our time, like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
I think I might speak with. Are we all speaking with Nadrano?
I have some other stuff I need to check on when we get back, with Shanad and stuff. But and I'll also check on the Hashana and but I'll join you. But you don't have to wait on me. But yeah.
We should
Alright.
certainly make sure we get a teleportation sequence from whoever knows it in Northern Crown.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That
maybe...
is.
Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking if we decide to go with the plan of gathering allies to storm the library, I think we know Northern Crown is protected. So
I can come here.
yeah, if we we'll check with the people here and the Rakshasa and
Certainly, because that's usually that information is usually very close kept.
and we shouldn't send people here willy nilly, but the main ones we trust that will help us in this fight. Rather than have them roam around Dim Glint like
Targets.
our current allies, Dirk and I think Losh is still around here.
Hey, I'm gonna send again. I'm gonna try another sending to Lasha. She's the one that was with us
Gerbil-
outside of Stacia, right?
Yeah, Gerbil has a sending stone to Lashta. If you
Okay.
want to just use the sending stone.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just because we tried like a couple weeks ago, whenever it was in game. But did we hear back?
Gerbil's talking to Lashta, I think.
She's okay, and she survived the running away from the Estacia.
Well, no, that was Zelthura. We haven't talked to Zelthura. I don't think.
Zelthura. Okay, that's who I'm going to. Thank you. Sorry. That's what I'll message again because I think I tried, and I don't think I heard back.
Okay. Yeah. No stone to Zelthura or Polo.
Okay. I'll message her, but I think Nadrano might be a good first stop to ask all the main questions, and then trickle down from there. I'll probably speak with Inga after them. If you're all on board.
Excuse me. Who has the container of those devices that it gave us? The sand with the things that are supposed to mask us from being seen?
If no one picked it up, Gerbil would have picked it up, and he would already taken one and like passed them out. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
How many of those are in that container? How many are left?
318.
There were 30 total.
I think that it would be. I think it would be prudent if we were considered giving those to some of these people that we are going to contact to make sure they are not spied on in the same way as well.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where do we see them?
But I mean, we have to get to them first.
Yeah.
This is true.
Do you want to hold them in your bag of holding, Tegan?
Sure.
Should I put them in? Okay, good. Thank you. And after taking one, make sure everyone grabs one. I will send a message to Zelthura though.
Okay.
And just Zelthura, just checking in once more in case you are not in a place to respond. Last time, we've again made our way to Northern Crown. It's safe here, out to the library's eye. Where are you? Are you safe?
Oh. Seal, right? Oh, I'm here in Zelfir. In Osbergen. Crazy. Glad y'all are okay. Found my way here. And then it gets cut off.
Okay. Oh, so was alive and in Zelfir, on Osbergen.
Oh.
Didn't you get to ask about Polo? Was it Polo? That was with her.
Yeah. I mean, Polo did have a friend at the library too, so maybe Polo's just chilling writing his book.
I'll send Polo a message. Polo, Zelthura's alright. I want to make sure you're okay. We're in Northern Crown. It's safe at the library's eye. Are you safe? Where are you? Just mark that off.
Hey, Casil.
Oh.
Well, y'all were cool and all, but, separated. So, same with Zelthura. I think we're in Magic City, Zelfir, or cut off.
Oh, they're both alright. Both in the same place, it seems, so.
Oh, there's a sitcom you need to see. Zelthura is stuck with Polo in the big city.
Nice. They just need to join the
Polo in the
police
city.
academy.
That's what it would be called.
Yeah.
Well, I'll head to Nadrano, but I want to, if anyone has anything, of course, I don't want to step on any of that.
Okay. Headed to Nadrano's tent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But if anyone's going elsewhere, I'll listen and see where they're going. Sorry.
yeah, no, Gerbil goes off and does his own thing. So if we want to do
We'll come back to you.
whichever one we okay.
All right. So head over to is everyone else going with Kazil to Nadrano's tent?
Renera as
Taking
well.
will go. Yeah.
Juniper and Zavar?
You know, I think Zafar might not.
Okay.
In fact,
Did
I
you-
think he. Yeah, Zavar's gonna go take a little break and see if he can find a sparring partner.
Did you get to the tent door and then you just like realize what was happening
Yeah.
and
Maybe I'll go this way.
Okay.
You guys have a great conversation.
Take care.
Juniper with your Warforged friend.
Oh wait. They
Oh
stayed
no,
behind,
oh no,
right?
that's right. They did stay
Yeah.
behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm taking notes, I should probably go, but I'm so tired of talking and listening and asking questions. I really just
Okay.
want to have a drink or take a nap or so much walking. Yeah, okay. But after this, I'm done for today. I'm plus I can't. Yeah, too much noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the rest of you go into. I'm sorry. Go.
Just
ahead.
need more parchment. So she'll stop by the, she'll swing in by wherever they were sleeping, check her backpack, see if she's got more
Okay.
ink. And take, she does grab her book on magical tattoos in case it gets slow and things thrown on.
Sure.
Then she can hide behind Gerbil and read a little. Oh, not Gerbil. Hide behind Kazil and read a little if she needs to. But
Okay.
okay,
All right.
she's ready to take notes.
Okay. So all of you except Zafar and Gerbil head into the Madronna's tent. Madronna's tent. Oh, it was open. It wasn't closed. Oh, you're back. Did you have a lovely visit with Helena? And he kind of chuckles to himself as he pulls over a cart of teas and waters.
For the most part, I'm just gonna, for Kazil's part, just run through the questions we mentioned, like, do you know the teleportation circle sequence? What is it here? Do you have one here? What is it to Stacia? And what about the historian? Do you think that you can turn them? Because
Oh,
I also kind of think so.
well, yes, we do have a teleportation circle here. I can show it to you if you want to. You can use it. I can get some mages or whatever.
That's just a sequence, I think.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yes. What was? I'm sorry. It was such a long list of questions about the historian.
Alright, sorry, we've been through so much today. I'll try and keep it as brief as I can. There's that. Do you know or know of someone that has the teleportation circle sequence to the one in any of the ones in Stacia, in case we need it in the future to
Yes,
launch an attack?
I do.
Well, maybe we have that.
You just give a sequence like that without them seeing it, Dan?
Yeah, you just have to learn the sequence.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
learn a couple automatically when you get the spell, but otherwise you just have to forget it. It's like a
And
security
write it down.
protocol.
Yeah,
If they don't give
stuck
it,
it. I
you
was just
don't
about to
have
say.
it.
It's basically the circle you have to draw on the ground.
It's Stargate,
Seven
it really
chevron
is.
locked.
Yeah.
Yes, although I definitely would. You're not planning on going now, right?
No.
Okay.
No way. I am.
Okay.
Just planning.
Now, I do know 1 into the library.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the actual up the stairs library.
Yes.
We'll take it. Thank you. And the third thing we were just looking at, I had a lovely date with the lead historian when we were there at the library.
Yes.
And you'd spoken before about perhaps them being on the fence. You were hoping to maybe just get them to switch sides. I got a similar impression. Just want to ask more about that. Do you think that's something? Do you have a connection where you can try and pursue that, or what's your plan?
I have someone that I'm working with in there that is currently in Barncombe, but they seem swayable. And I'm working slowly. I'm not sure if that will happen, when it will happen, but
we're looking because we need people on the inside. Well, it's probably going to come down to gathering people and having a full onslaught.
sure.
I'd like to take some people out of there first, just on their own. Take as many out as we can that way before we send these main forces in. You know a second person in the library then that you're working with outside of...
They're not in the
Satara?
library, they're just in Barncombe.
Aye. But they go into the library to speak with the historian, or the historian
Historian
Satara
comes
comes
out.
out.
Correct.
Aye. Is that information you can share with us as we're, trying to be the saviors of everybody?
I would, except they've asked me not to reveal their identity.
Sure. All right.
I will ask again, but I can't promise that they'll say it's okay.
I understand.
But I'm going to reach out anyways to see if they've made any progress with Satara.
I'll do my best with sending as frequently as I can. Maybe I'll start communicating that way with her. I won't push anything too hard or anything like that. I don't want to mess up any of the work you're doing. Just try and had a bit of a connection, and just try and explore that a bit more.
I'm sure you are. I would caution just how you approach the situation. She's close, but she can still turn and say whatever she wants to those involved.
Hi. Did anyone have anything else?
Yes. What would be the teleportation sequence for the crown here? Should we be elsewhere on Dimglumpton and need to come back here?
Yeah, he would give that to you because he'll already asked for it, so he would give it to both. He would give it to anyone he wanted.
I thought he asked for the one for the library only.
He asked for that one before, so he would give it to you. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I will connect with my contact in Barncombe, see how that's going, and I'll let you know. Is there... Tell you what, until Kazil gets back, just in case he had something else, let's go over to Chirple. Chirple, what are you doing?
Chirple would, I guess, go out in the main area and he'd do a cursory glance if Shanad or Losa were around, but if not, he's looking for Elsatra, the elf Magdalene pointed out.
You would be able to see all three of them. Not together. Losa and Shanad are together. But the elf is separate.
Okay. He'd probably go over to Shanad and Losa and just,
Oh, hey, Chirple.
say hi. Hey, just
Hey.
you know, wanted to make sure you both were doing good. It's been a good day.
Yep. Learned a new magic trick, and she'll
Oh,
tell you a spell that she learned. And
she cast fireball.
Losa will show you a bow technique that she learned as well.
Oh wow, you're both
Yep.
really good.
She'll now be like, thank you. Have you had a good day, Gerbil?
It's been busy. There's been lots of stuff going on, but we're sorting through it.
Good.
There's no I in team in Draconic. I don't know fantasy spelling.
I'm meaning to ask, are you going to be leaving soon?
We're still, discussing it, but don't you worry. I'm not gonna leave you again. Not until I get you at least back with your mom, but
Okay.
I'm not in any way gonna rush you because you are getting the help you need, you are happy, you are healthy. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to ask. I didn't know.
Don't. Gerbil will kind of get down at their level and just kind of hold her hand and just be like, I'm gonna make sure that you get home and that no one's ever gonna take you again.
Shana will give you a big hug. Just kind of hold on tightly. Yeah.
Obviously, he'll give a big bear hug. Okay.
Losa has kind of like stepped away a little bit and not walked away, but just kind of stepped away about 15 feet just to kind of like give y'all some space.
Yeah, once me and Shana are done with that moment, Gerbil will, and that, Losa, if you ever need anything, just let me know.
You told Losa that?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, Gerbil will take out his old bow, not the new bow he just got from Mickey, but the one that was Addie's. Why don't you practice with this bow for a bit? See how you like it.
Wow, it's really nice. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to take something that's yours.
Oh no, it's fine.
Thank you. And she'll already start like kind of loading it up and like start practicing with it. It works really good.
Yeah, it's the best bow I've ever used. Well,
I can tell.
Only bow I've ever used, to be honest. But, but I'll be sure to. This bow has an interesting history, and I'll tell you about it.
I like that.
Well, I'll leave you back to your practicing and training, and I got some errands to run, but if I can, I'll try to, find you both again, later on,
Hey, Losa calls out. And she'll kind of like walk up to you within about 5 feet and 10 feet maybe. And so you've traveled a lot, Shanad says.
Yeah, I guess I have traveled a lot in the past few months and few years. Yeah.
Have you ever this is kind of weird, okay? Have you ever seen anything like me? I know that's strange, but I know you're a bugbear, and I have this kind of fur like on me as
Mhm.
well, and I've never seen anything. Well, I mean, I kind of remember seeing it, but I don't know that it was different. My I think I remember my dad being a bugbear,
Hmm.
and but I haven't seen anything like what I have, which I think is. So just wondering if you ever saw anything else out there when you were
Um,
adventuring that.
I'm afraid I haven't, well, venturing recently, but um, just I did spend some time in the Feywild, but I lost my memory, and there's a good chance I've seen someone like you before in the Feywild.
Oh,
I just can't remember right now, but
Feywild. He said that's actually might be where I come from.
oh,
So there may be more like me in the Feywild. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't know how to get back there. Okay.
yeah. Well, does your you said you had a brother? Does your brother
Oh yeah.
have her as well?
Yeah, his is actually a a little bit browner than mine.
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that. Well, thank you, Gerbil. I just thought I would ask. I
Um,
tried to get Shanad to ask you, and she said, "Why don't you ask him yourself?" So, thank you.
well, your fur is very pretty.
Thanks. Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna go and practice with this bow.
all right. Good luck.
Okay, and she'll go and hit put another arrow out to a tree. As you like turn or walk away, you'll hear just kind of like the thump of arrows kind of going to the tree and pulling them out and trying it again.
Okay. After he'll back away a little bit, get out of their eyesight, but then like still kind of try to watch him for a little bit longer.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go to El Satra.
Okay. All right.
El Satra?
Yeah, Elsatra.
El Satra.
Elsatra, yeah, Eilsatra.
Right. What is she doing? He doesn't want to like.
Oh, she's just carving something out of wood, like a little figurine. Just kind of sitting down,
Okay.
leaning up against something.
Um.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. My name's Gerbil. I just recently came with the group of newcomers.
You're a bugbear, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah. I was I was talking to Magdalene. She's a good friend.
Yeah.
And she said you've been here a long time, and I hope this doesn't sound too strange of me asking. You remember when Losa was and her brother were left here with the elves?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was here.
Magdalene said that it was their mother that dropped them off here. And it was about, what was it, 5 years ago?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Do you?
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just. Do you remember their mother? I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself.
Oh no, you're fine. She was elvish. She was an elf. Beautiful. Kind of these interesting black eyes that are just this kind of long brown hair, if I remember correctly. She seemed scared. But she wanted the kids to be safe, and you know, there were questions, of course, whenever they saw Vic and Losa, and she explained that that their father was a bugbear, and born in the Feywild, and it sounded exciting, but they she was definitely scared, and knew of the clan that was my clan that was here, and decided to bring him here to be protected. And I always thought that they would come back for him. Mentioned something about some struggle, and they never did. So I just kind of figured that they passed.
Right.
Do you think you know him?
Possibly. Would
Oh, well, that's
do you
good
happen
news.
to remember? Do you happen to remember her name?
Not really. Trying to think. I think it might have started with an A. I think. So.
Right. Could it have possibly been Adriana
I think that's
or
it.
Addie?
I think that's it. You know her.
Yes, I did know her, and Dribble kind of like looked back towards Merlosa.
Yeah, they're still, talking,
Yeah.
and laughing. You can hear their giggle across, from a few, several feet away. Oh, she did die. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I
lovely, lovely. Seemed very nice.
Yeah, she was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah, of course.
And I thank you on behalf of your clan for watching over them.
Of course. It's been a settlement effort, kind of working as a team, but I did kind of care for them when they were younger a bit. Lovely children. Losa's kind of nods to her in their direction. Losa's a bit headstrong, but so is her brother. But Yeah. But he went off with the clan when some of them moved out, but they take good care of him. Louisa wanted to stay with Shanad. Felt safe here, and well, I'm kind of glad.
So they left recently.
Oh, well, it's the last group, which is who Vic went with. That was about a couple of years ago, probably now, maybe a year and a half.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you again.
of course. No need to thank me. Just doing what's right. Are you taking an interest because she seems kind of furry too? Or because you knew her mom?
Yes. But
Okay.
but also I'm you know, I was asked by Shanad's mother to watch after her. So I
Oh.
also want to,
Oh,
make sure all her
okay.
friends,
Have you
their
told
heads on the shoulders and
Have you
stuff.
told Losa this? I'm sure she would love to know someone who knew her mom.
I am. I wanted to speak with you first and just, I didn't want to get her hopes up if I didn't actually know her mother, but I do. So
Okay. Yeah, go tell
she
her.
deserves she deserves to know,
Of course.
how great of a person her mother was.
So she seemed, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
They'll, bow and or just be like, and then just kind of
Okay.
walk off in kind of a stupor.
Okay. Since it's after 10, so Barbie will get to you next week, so hold on to what you're doing. Let me just keep talking in this accent, apparently. So hold on
Works
to what
for
you're
me.
doing. And back to the tent really quick before we close out. With the sending allies there, Kazeel, he would have said yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. As y'all are kind of maybe wrapping up your conversation there with Nadrano, he was saying like Neanthal or Neanderthal, and then it gets all twisted in my head. When you're finishing up your conversation with Nadrano, a settlement person, just a person in regular clothes kind of comes through and, excuse me, Nadrano. Yes. I kind of looks around at everyone. Is it okay to just tell you, speak openly here? Yes, go on, it's fine. Someone just came through the teleportation circle. And that's where we're in tonight's session.
Bum bum bum.
Boom.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you, players. Thank you, viewers. You're the absolute best. We enjoyed yourselves. This has been The Forsaken, episode 111. You're on Mapbird Streams, which is every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me bring up our schedule here. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we don't have anything, but Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Mad Indie Game Time. At 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, we'll have the Penumbra Assembly. Thursday, we have Drawing Down at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, along with Paint by Minis at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We have drawing programs, more D&D on the weekend with In Extremis at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday should be the Obsidian Scar at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, hopefully. And we have Mad Games at Dusk at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Obsidian Scar. 6 p.m. Eastern Time is Mad Games at Dusk. So check out all of our cool stuff. Be happy to have you. We have a Discord. We have a Patreon. So join us in all those cool places. Let me take off the schedule here. I'll just ask Dan. You need me to look up someone? Right over?
Please, yep.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay.
Please consider giving us a follow here too, so you can
Yes.
be notified when we
That-
live with this awesome content.
As well. You know what? Let's go over to Nat 20 Productions official and raid over to them. Let me see here. Raid. Oh, maybe not rad.
So close.
So
That's what,
close.
it does. That's what it raids with
Good
like a
try.
cool filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90s thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit that. Give a call in the chat. Again, we're so happy to have you here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. We'll see you during our other programs this week. Have a good night. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Are y'all good for like a 5-minute after show really quick?
Yeah.
Let's get it rolling then. So in 3, 2,